So now we're going to do some stretching, and I brought in a box. You might have a chair, just something that will help with balance if you are a little bit off. When you start with stretching, it's something simple to start with a quad stretch. You're going to see me keep my knees close together, my chest up, my back flat. It's okay to hold on to something. This is not a time that we're working on balance, especially when we're stretching, because the whole concept is that your legs might be shaking if you did it right. You might be fatigued. So you don't want to get hurt while you're stretching. That would be ridiculous. As you are switching sides, you're trying to keep your knees side by side. I'm going to try and go through a whole body stretch, and I'm going to show you some different things that might be a good fit for you. So these are the first two moves that I've chosen to kind of keep our quads nice and open. As long as you get 10-15 seconds, it's good. If you're feeling like you're not moving very well, hold it for 30 seconds. I'm going to go to a hamstring stretch. So this is a kind of a good height for me where I can keep my leg relatively straight. If you look at me, my back is nice and flat and I can reach my toes. Now, if your knee is bent a lot or you're rounding a lot, then you might want to have a lower box or a lower bench. This is a little bit taller than a traditional chair, which I totally understand. Might not be a good fit for you. I'm going to switch sides now. I'm also up here. Now, in just a second, I'm going to show you a figure 4 stretch. I'm going to show you a standing and I'm going to show you a sitting. It's important for you to do the one that's right for you. Now, if at any point, this is on your phone or whatever, you feel like you are not ready to move on, just hit pause. And as you do, just wait. You'll finish up with me and then we'll move on. Now, a standing figure 4 stretch means that I'm going to take my foot up, I'm going to put my leg at 90 degrees, and I'm going to lean forward, and I'm going to try and get my knee to the floor. Some people might find that a bit challenging. So for those people, I recommend doing the same thing in a seated position and going down forward, keeping your ankle on your knee. Now, if this is the first time you're doing this stretch routine, you might feel like we're going a little fast, but as you watch it a couple days, you'll kind of memorize what we're trying to do. Perfect. I'll just stay with the figure 4 seated version because I'm here, and it just makes it a little bit easier. We're going to go back to our anchor point, and when we do, we're going to start to do some upper body stretches. When we do our upper body stretches, it's just important that that anchor point can hold you. Now, the first one, it will not be super important because you're just going to open up your chest. Now, you can do this on a wall, but I'm trying to turn my whole body away from my fingers. If I move a little bit forward and I keep just my fingers on the anchor point, then I'm going to get my forearm and my bicep. And that might feel pretty good to you guys. I'm literally going to switch sides. And if you notice, now I'm going to try and turn and face you. And I'm going to keep my chest up and my back flat. And I should feel like I'm getting a pretty good stretch through my shoulders and my back and my biceps. And opening that up. I'm going to go to my back next. I'm going to kind of go down as low into the anchor point as I feel comfortable. I'm going to bury my head, which means my mouth is probably over my microphone, so I apologize if I'm breathing into the mic. And I'm pushing on my heels, trying to kind of keep my back nice and flat, and I'm kind of leaning from one side to the next, like I'm kite surfing, and I'm just rocking back and forth. We want to do a little bicep stretch if we didn't feel like we got that from the chest stretch, but maybe you already did a little double duty there, and you feel pretty good about that. But for just some giggles, we'll just do 10, 12 seconds on each side, nothing major, nothing that makes you feel like you're doing too much. And then I'm going to end with a tricep stretch. I'm going to try and get my hand to go down as far behind me as I can in the middle of my spine. I'm going to try and keep my elbow here, close to my ear, close to my head, and then I'm just going to switch sides. And as I do all those things, you should feel like you're moving pretty good. You should feel like you got a good workout in, and maybe you just did the stretching portion. Maybe you just kind of felt like I'm so tight, I'm so stiff, I worked out yesterday, I just need to stretch. That's great too. That's what all these workouts are for. They can be done again and again. You can feel like you've done a lot, you can feel like you've done a little. Bottom line is that stability, mobility, and flexibility are the 3 things most people don't do. They'll go for walks, they'll go for bike rides, and they'll do some strength training. But if you don't do the other 3 things, it's all for nothing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.